Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So today, I'd like to tell you about YieldBOOST's secret menu. So on GraniteShare's.com, if you do /distribution, not distributions, just a singular distribution, you'll go to this page and it'll have all of their latest distributions listed in a table. And they did this specifically for me because I asked for it, which is super nice, and I super appreciate that. It's helping me keep YieldMite up to date. So they don't have it in any of their drop downs, but maybe they could put it in their education section so that people can get to the latest distributions. Maybe people in the future will ask for the past ones too, but for now, this updates every Friday. The declaration date is on Thursday. The X date is on Fridays. The payment dates are on Tuesdays. So I am trying to get this to work in my automatic parser, but for some reason it is doing it multiple times, and then today it got the declaration date as the wrong date. But in the end, we have updated the Thursday distributions, which is basically GraniteShare's YieldBoost and then Maggie. So if you wanted to compare these beyond just this, I did fix the themes last night. So you could just say, like, I only want to see GraniteShare's. And so we have all their yield boosts here, and then we can go into the advanced that we can compare the funds, and we can do this again where we do by issuer, and we say we want to see GraniteShare's. And so Tesla, the TSYY, has a monthly distribution of around $1,227, and it is the highest paying yield boost for the moment. I'm the most excited for XBTY because anything Bitcoin, anything strategy related, I'm kind of a sucker for. But you can see that a lot of these funds are actually pretty new, so we don't have the nav change stuff here, but you can see that in the last 3 months, TSYY has gone down 3%, and VYY has gone down 0.59%, XBTY around 1.5%, and YSPY is positive. So they're not all losing their nav, and they just move with the underlying, so it just depends on the snapshot that you get at the time. So if you go to just seeing the GraniteShare's and you go into the details section, you can actually see what's been happening with the price, and you can see that they went from being monthly with their larger distributions to having a more stable distribution at weekly. So what is YieldBoost anyway? They sell puts on these leveraged funds, and this is something that I would be doing if I had enough money to, and margin and life. When you sell puts or cover calls on these leveraged funds, the premiums are higher, and so you can get more money than if we just did it on the triple Q. Sometimes with these leverage funds, they'll actually simulate their own leverage, but this is just selling puts on TQQQ, so I appreciate that. So they started in March, and you can see that this was the latest distribution. And so one interesting thing that you can see, because the return of capital people have been talking about, But these are just estimated return of capitals. You have to look at the tax form at the end of the time period. But NVURY is reporting a 0% return of capital, which I don't know if that's a mistake or not. But the other ones, and YSPY is also a 0% return of capital, but XBTY and TSYY and TQQY is 80, 90, 100% return of capital. So that's pretty tax efficient. So today in Financial Philharmonics, we have Choose Your Hard. It is a pirate shanty. We haven't done one of those in a while. And the inspiration was, life is hard either way. If you don't try and you're poor and things are hard, but if you succeed, then you just have a different set of responsibilities. So you may as well try your hardest to get what you want. And I think that is it for me for today. I would be in YieldBoost more if Robinhood didn't have such high margin maintenance for them. I particularly, like I said before, I like XBTY. That's the one I'm the most excited for. But YSPY is the one I'm actually invested in my Roth IRA. It has a good yield, but it also has relatively less implied volatility and is just like a more stable thing than QQQ. And with the way that I'm a degen and my investment strategy, the SPY is more my jam, but I think that TQQI is also a good option. And I mean, can't go wrong with NVIDIA, and a lot of people do trade with Tesla, so all of these are good picks. Can't wait for the strategy one. And anyways, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.